You know, when it comes to green beans, they're fantastic, but the Haricot Verts, the French green beans that are a little bit skinny, those ones are really tender. I've got a great recipe here. Blistered Haricot Verts with pancetta and toasted almonds. Let's get cooking with style. Green beans. It is like the holiday tradition, and I love the old-fashioned style with the cream, mushroom, and the green beans and the onions on top, but I am going to do a little something different. We're going to do some blistered green beans with pancetta, but we're not going to use the big green beans like this, okay? These are good, I love those, but we're going to be using these. You can call them French green beans or Haricot Verts, but what we're going to do first is we're going to sear our pancetta. And this is a version of bacon. Now, if you can't get pancetta, go ahead and use bacon. But for this particular recipe, I'm using pancetta. And we're putting this in a very hot pan. And I'm going to render this down. And it's really hot. So at your house, just like me, I'm going to turn this fan on. It'll get a little noisy. But what we're trying to do is render the fat out here just a little bit. All right, that pancetta is rendered down nicely. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil to that. And I'm going to take my green beans and just put them right in that hot oil. That's why these are going to be called blistered. And we'll take a little pinch of salt because that pancetta is not cured, and some cracked pepper over the top of that. And what I'm going to do is toss these every minute or two, or 30 seconds, to blister up these green beans. All right, these are blistering up nicely. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You see how nice and blistered that is right there? That's what we're looking for. At the same time, while I'm doing these, on my other burner, I've got my almonds that I'm toasting up. And what I'm doing here is by toasting them, I'm removing some of the moisture. I'm intensifying the flavor of the almonds. I'm adding some crispiness to this, so we'll have the crunch of the almonds, the flavor of the pancetta in those green beans. We're almost there, about another minute and we'll be ready. All right, remember this happens pretty quick. These are done along with my toasted almonds. Let's go plate it up. I'm telling you, this is a great little twist on green beans for the holidays. Now, I'm using kind of a decorative plate here. So what I'm going to try to do is make these all kind of be in the same line here. They don't have to be perfect, but it kind of looks cool that way. I like appearance in my food as far as that's concerned. It's got to look good to taste good. And don't forget those little bits of pancetta. And again, don't put hot food on a cold plate, all right? Toasted almonds, remember they're a little bit hot. And I like to leave them whole like that and put them over the top. And make sure you put enough on there for everybody. Those go great on ice cream too. So, hey, how about this? Instead of the green bean casserole, some blistered Haricot Verts or French green beans with some toasted almonds on top and pancetta. If you'd like this recipe, go to our website, cbs8.com/recipes. This will be a winner.